couple of new releases in the past few weeks that are worth talking about.
Well, some of them are a little older, but you know what?
Yeah.
We're not on a schedule over here.
No one cares. Yeah.
So yeah, what's the first band?
What do we have here? Oh my God! Why are we doing?
Have you ever heard of this band?
Have you ever heard? You never heard of them? No, you've totally heard of them, because they're everywhere. And I feel like these guys, in a lot of ways, to a lot of metalheads, I mean, I guess it's a mixed crowd, but I think most, the brutal metal guys, like they consider these guys kind of like the Nickelback of metal, which I agree with. I had to see these guys.
I've only heard you say that.
Really, no one else has ever said that or compared them to a similar thing. Like, do you
People
feel
don't
like
talk about Trivium?
Really just avoid the subject?
They're not interesting.
You're not. They're definitely not. But for the record, I went to see I had to photograph Sabaton once, which was awesome. But they were opening for Trivium, but for some reason Trivium didn't let any of us shoot because there was too many people in the pit. So they're just like, no one's shooting. You got to shoot from the VIP area, which is too far really to like. So everyone just left. Like, all the photographers are just like, fuck these guys, we're leaving. And I was like,
So you didn't see Trivium?
I left. I was like, everyone left, so I guess I'm not going to shoot these guys.
What if they were really good?
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's find out. So I listened to their new album, which is called
What the Dead Men Say?
What the Dead Men Say? Well, let's find out. It's right here. Let's see. It's not that important.
It's something like that. Scroll all the way down.
Oh, it's all the way down here. Look at all these albums these guys have.
They're grinding.
What the Dead Men Say.
I was right.
What the Dead Men Say. I should have.
I remember because that's one of the songs, and it's terrible. And they sing that song.
Okay.
They sing that line.
That was one of my least not favorite songs.
Really?
Yeah, one of my least not favorites. Doesn't mean I liked it. It's one of my least.
You were able to identify songs you liked more than other songs.
Yes. Okay, because I listened to the album a couple of times. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Listen. I'm doing this for you out there. Okay. You guys don't want to do it. I am dying for your sins. Okay. I am Jesus Maledictus. Blasphemy. Okay. Trivium, as you know, they've been around for a while. They're from Florida, right? Led by Matt Heafy. Okay, so these guys are good musicians. I'll give you that. Think of them as a more commercialized, non-environmental Gojira, right? Like they have that kind of
more commercialized Gojira.
Yeah. I mean, Gojira's pretty
big.
Yeah.
Commercialized.
Yeah, but they're respected in the metal world. Like I talk to people about Gojira and tell them how much I don't like them. People are like, "What are you talking about, bro? Like, Gojira." Like these are like people that are really into heavy stuff. No, yeah, Gojira's good, bro. What are you talking about? I just don't like Gojira. They're just boring to me. They're good.
I like Gojira better than Trivium.
Well, yeah, they're better than. They are less Nickelbacky than Trivium. Trivium just has that kind of. I mean, just look at it here. Like, just look at they just kind of have that, bro.
Don't make fun of how they look,
bro.
That's not pertinent.
No, but they're like, bro, don't they? Like they don't seem like they seem like they're Florida guys, but not in like a Pat O'Brien kind of way. Not in a corpse grinder kind of way. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I don't know what you're trying to say. I hate this band.
Okay, yes.
It's way too slick for me, first of all.
Slick? Is that the word we're looking at?
Slick is the word.
What do you mean by slick? Explain
like
that.
The production is just
yeah.
It's, it has no self-awareness, which I require.
Well, I think bands in this basket of bands, like this is what I call WSOU music, right? Like they will play this on WSOU quite unapologetically. It's the sound isn't cutting edge metal, but it's in that sort of.
It's no longer cutting edge.
No, not anymore. Like 10 years ago it was, but it's in that like basket of things that young metalheads might like, right? I think it's for young people. Am I right? Like
this?
Yeah,
I mean, it used to be
young people.
It used to be, but I don't know if young people today would like it.
Yeah, right. They might not like those thrashers we saw at
no, they don't. They
wouldn't like this.
But they're weird. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
There's some weird tribe.
Oh, they're from Orlando. They're not from regular Florida. They're from Orlando. Orlando's where boy bands come from. Okay. And these guys are in a way kind of boy bandish. Not as bad as some like boy band, like metal boy bands. They play a lot of that in WSU. These guys are kind of adjacent.
I mean,
they're better than that.
As you can see, they're labeled metalcore here. You objected to that.
Well, metalcore is a complicated term. I don't think people don't really understand. I think, but it's fine to use that.
You know it when you hear it.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to all of Trivium, but I wouldn't say metalcore necessarily pertains to what the dead men say.
Yeah.
Man say.
Yeah.
Dead men.
Dead men.
I wouldn't quite call it metalcore. There were some thrashy elements to it,
There was.
but it was like very modern. It's
Yeah, it's very,
it's trying to bring thrash with a new,
it's proggy too. They're good musicians.
shiny twist on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's shiny. It's glittery.
That's why I said slick.
Shiny.
That's why I said slick, shiny,
yeah.
self-indulgent.
Production is going to be top notch. These guys aren't going to try to make it sound retro. They're not going to try to reduce the production quality as to be like ironic or something. Like they want to sound old. Like maybe some thrash band will try to sound old, or some doom band will try to sound old.
Why they're probably called metalcore is the vocals. I would say that clean vocal that comes in.
Yeah,
yes,
that kind of vocal. Yeah, he does that.
And
yeah. He's
to
one
be
of those.
fair, that is my least favorite part of this band.
His singing is really annoying. He's like a boy band
It's also
singer.
probably why they're as popular as they are, because that's the kind of stuff that actually makes it. So
yeah, I'm not sure who's really a Trivium fan. I don't think I ever really met a Trivium.
I'd like to meet one.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, if you're out there, comment down below.
I definitely want to hear if Trivium fans like the new album.
Yeah, comment down below if you like this. And seriously, I'm not even like bashing on you guys. Like, tell me like what's up, because like I said, I didn't 100% hate this album as I thought I would going. I'm like, oh, Trivium. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, what did you like about it?
Some of the songs were kind of a little catchy. In a guilty
It's not hurting
way.
for catchy. That's the thing. Is like it's not guilty pleasure for me. It's just bad. Like I just don't like. It just annoys me.
No, it's not. There's no substance behind it though.
No, I think there is substance.
What
you
do
were
you mean?
saying that they are good musicians. I think.
No, I mean lyrically, it's kind of just
okay.
like,
Lyrically, obviously, no.
You know what I mean?
But, like I don't think it's like objectively bad music.
No,
but it's
not.
It's in poor taste, in my view.
This is in poor taste, son. I want to tell you, your new album is in poor taste. You did a good job with the musicianship.
I guess it's what you get from Florida of people, people about this age, and I think they're my age.
Florida's a very strange place. There's flamethrowers there. There's skulls, and there's also Trivium and Disneyland.
Okay.
Disneyland, Trivium.
Trivium, folks. I don't know why we talked about them, but
and the death metal guys, they're not far from here. They're just a little bit to the west, or Tampa's a little bit to the west of Orlando. It's not a far drive. I've been there. But so yeah. Anyway, you guys comment down below whatever you think. But let's move on to the next band. This from Denver, Colorado, 1 mile up. I think maybe when you're 1 mile up, the air is different, so it affects the way you think.
There's some shit going on in Denver.
Yeah, when I landed there, I got a headache because there's less air. So anyway, Havok is from Denver, Colorado, and they are a modern-day thrash band. They came in that big thrash revival of many, many years ago. They came along with that. They've been making albums since the early 2000s, and they're definitely not like, they're not a crossover thrash band. They're not in the same league as, say, Power Trip or Iron Reagan. They're not street thrash.
Well, you should compare them to contemporaries like Municipal Waste or Toxic Holocaust.
Well, Toxic Holocaust is kind of going for that street, like that very...
he's metal punk.
Grindcore.
He's thrash metal punk.
Yeah, he's going for that grindy kind of, like purposefully...
He's not grindcore. But.
No, not grindcore. I mean, but a sort of grindhouse kind of street sound. Whereas
in Municipal Waste, they're more of a thrash band.
Yeah.
They're like kind of sneakers thrash.
Yeah, that was more of like an Anthraxy street thing, though.
Yes.
These guys are they're striving, and this is cool that they're doing this. I think this is really cool. They're striving for like a Metallica Megadeth sound.
Oh, yeah,
they're
100%.
striving for the mansion thrash, and they're not in any way
mansion
huge.
Thrash, yes.
I call it mansion thrash.
I think that's a good term, yeah.
Mansion thrash. People, thrashers, former thrashers that are highly successful these days, and that, live in mansions. The new album called V5. V5? I don't know.
It's their fifth album, so...
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
We can go with 5.
I like it. It starts the first track on 5, Post-Truth Era. It comes in like Blackened from Metallica. Kind of does that thing, and it has that beat that comes, though you can hear the bass, though. I'm pretty sure you can kind of hear
There's
the bass.
There's definitely bass on this album.
Yeah, it's a very Megadeth-y kind of bass. It's a very Dave Ellefson kind of bass. Very higher trebly, which is cool. That's the thrash sound. That's what you're supposed to sound like. I like this album a lot. It reminds me of Megadeth. It reminds me of late '80s Megadeth and Metallica, but maybe with a more like Bobby Blitz kind of vocals. I think the vocals are a little more like, That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the style of thrash as much as you. I think
I enjoy that somebody's doing it and they're not trying to like be like streety, like they're trying to be like, hey, this is like high level. This is like early '90s like height thrash. It's peak thrash. Peak thrash. Back when thrash wasn't new anymore. Back when thrash was about to crash.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
peak thrash.
It's not the proto thrash.
No, it's peak thrash, which is cool.
The basic thrash.
I'm glad someone's doing that. That's
someone
cool.
dares.
Yeah. Peak thrash. Late '80s, early '90s when thrash was like big. It was on MTV and stuff. It was it was big. It was playing arenas. Opening for like Ozzy and stuff, things like that. It was big. It was pretty big. Monsters of Rock tour, or things like that.
Yeah, I this album is listenable for me.
It's good.
I find the lyrics kind of cringy some of the time.
yeah, they're kind of silly. They're silly.
But like you compare it to Megadeth, Dave's lyrics are always very clever.
Yeah, Dave's are very political. They're
they're political, but they were like good.
Even Metallica, Justice for All, the lyrics are good.
And Metallica's not as smart, but they were never like, like what?
Metallica, Justice for All, that had a good lyrical content. I gotta say, those lyrics were well done. If they weren't like Saint Anger. They were like good lyrics. I think. Okay.
I know that this band, they were kind of their last album, Conformicide.
Yes.
They were pretty they're pretty much chuds on that album.
Yeah.
Like anti PC
Yeah, they were just trying to be like cavemen. Yeah.
Like not like cavemen, but trying to be like super libertarian, right? Like.
Oh, okay. Oh, they were like.
So they had kind of a reputation coming from that.
They were just being kind of pepe.
They definitely dialed it back for this album. Like this is more just kind of general, like wake up everyone,
wake up sheeple.
Don't let them do it. Like that's what I feel like this album's about. Like don't let them do something.
Don't let them put microchips in you.
Controlling you.
Look at this. This is like a guy, but he's turning into mushrooms and stuff, and his skeleton's coming out of his arm, and then his holes in his head.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm politically extreme myself, but this just is not very intelligent.
Yeah, it's just that you just go all over the place. They're not really. There's no direction in their extremity. I wonder if the guy who did the Paul Bearer album did this cover. I wonder.
I don't like this album either. I don't like the cover.
I don't like the cover. It's gross.
It's off-putting.
Gross. They couldn't get Ed Repka to do their album cover. They should have just went for Ed. No, Ed Repka.
What does it mean?
Ed Repka's not serious. His album covers are kind of funny, and these guys are trying to be serious with this. There's no like Ed Repka always has like the subject looking at you, kind of like, ha. This is just like, I'm turning into a mushroom.
All right. Well, not to shit on this album too much. It's passable. It's fine. It's better than the New Testament.
Yeah. I like the street sound better, though. Yeah. I like an album from Iron Reagan. I like an album from Power Trip better.
Maybe we'll get one this year.
Yeah. I prefer that over this. But I'm cool. I was like, cool. Somebody's doing that, though. Somebody has the balls to do that. That was cool. Okay. Next. Natur.
Nature?
Nature. Are they going to call it Nature with that big blasphemistic upside down cross?
I've got the shirt. I'm repping.
There you go.
Nature here today.
Nature. Anniversary present.
Someone got this for me.
Somebody got it for her. So look at these guys. These guys look like older guys. They're from Brooklyn, New York. You figure like they're from Brooklyn to be like these younger, like hip guys, but they seem like they've been around.
No, they've been around for like almost 10 years.
Yeah, so they're
they haven't released a lot, but
but they've probably been playing.
They've been doing stuff. Existing.
Natur.
But
so the new album, Afternoon Nightmare. Is that like Afternoon Delight? Afternoon Delight. Afternoon.
I did think of that too.
Afternoon Nightmare. Afternoon Nightmare. So this is, what do you want to call this?
This is a traditional heavy metal band.
New wave British heavy metal, but not from Britain and not from the late 1979.
It's called the new wave of traditional heavy metal.
Whatever.
It's called the new wave of the new wave of traditional heavy metal.
It's new old wave, new unreasonable British heavy, un-British heavy metal. That's what it is. their label is called Blasphemy. Lyrical themes are
it's
called
like blasphemy, but phlegm.
Yeah, Blasphemy. These guys, they're a very small band, you know. And when I look at these things, when I listen to them, they sound like such a big band because they're going for that Angel Witch sound, which is cool. Like
they do a good job
mimicking Angel Witch, even vocally almost, you know, Diamond Head a little bit, you know, Merciful Fate. Like they're doing that, you know, new wave British heavy metal, like that pre-thrash era music, which is wonderful. You know, a lot of people have been doing that recently, but these guys are doing it well, and you know, they deserve a lot more credit for doing it. Yeah, check these guys out. Check this, you know, if you want something new, if you're angry that, you know, too many bands sound like Trivium, well, then listen to this, okay? Because this is what's cool and what's going on.
To be fair, there are a lot of traditional heavy metal bands out right now, but
Tons.
We're preaching this one because this one is good.
What is their Spotify?
Small. Give me a moment.
Yeah. Let's get that on these guys real quick. We obviously don't have to do it for Trivium, or Havok. Havok has a pretty big presence. But this is like a basement band. These guys aren't very big at all.
Oh, we're at 728.
728. That's very small.
We're under 1,000, but we're not under 100.
Not under 100. We've had some under
500.
hundreds. We've had some under hundreds, but we've, you know, that's small though. Like Havok is probably what? Like probably 10 to 100,000, right? Like I'm sure Havok is like probably like 100,000. They're pretty big. I mean, you know, for a band like that.
Yeah, they're almost 200K.
Oh yeah, 200K.
Wow.
Yeah. So big difference. So we're going down like, you know, we're literally going down the gradation of level of popularity on this one today. So what else do we think about this album?
You know, it was good. I think I liked their first album a little better.
Yeah, first time they have 2 albums.
But you know, it is what it is.
They have a guy in the band called the Mexecutioner.
If you like traditional heavy metal,
they also have a Dino Destroyer, or is he Dino Destroyer? Hey, Dino Destroyer or Dino Destroyer. Either way, it's cool.
Check it out. I mean, it's not, you know, breaking any new ground, but it, you know, if you want this is what you want. It's kind of that thing. Mm-hmm. It sounds old, sounds genuine.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it has an organ in it, like a scary organ. There's a lot of dissonance in the album. I know there's a lot of dissonance. Like it's like a lot of like kind of solos are like dissonant. Maybe they're doing that on purpose. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they just didn't record it well. I don't know. Either way, it's okay.
Anyway,
that's my
support
observation.
These guys. They, I thought it was funny because before everything got canceled, they announced a world tour. World tour. But they were playing one show in Brooklyn, and then they were going to play like 3 shows in Europe. And
that's the world.
That was their world tour.
That's the known world.
But then they had to say world tour was canceled.
Everyone's world tour is canceled forever.
But this was like, you know, look, they haven't had an album since 2012. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so they've been kind of sitting around, you know, like they haven't been pushing
They're working their regular jobs.
They haven't been pushing it. Yeah, they see people like this. I respect them more because they have a regular. They're not like, yeah, I'm a rock star. It's like, no, they work at, you know, fucking Starbucks probably. Maybe it was an IT guy, but you can't really like go into like an office job really, like, you know, looking like this for the most part. A traditional office job. I mean, they could be the IT guy though, right?
Yeah, we know an IT guy like that.
Yeah, we know an IT guy like that. He's a big fan of the show. Hey, Chase, we're watching you. Congratulations, Chase. He's about to have a baby. So.
Final review.
Final review. We have. Okay, so you never heard of these guys. You never heard of these guys. But we've talked about these guys before. Dutchguts is a very local phenomenon, and they kind of run a scene around here. Their lead singer owns a famous night spots, which I've spoke about before because I'm very concerned about the safety. I mean, obviously it's closed right now, so there's no people potentially getting harmed, but it's in a very hip, nice neighborhood. It's in the hippest part of the hippest neighborhood.
Not hip, I would say.
Wealthy, yeah.
Bougie,
very bougie neighborhood. But however, it's in a basement underneath a restaurant, which he might own too. I don't even know. I don't want to.
Let's not speculate.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate. I don't know enough about this guy.
We don't know what's going on.
I hear little bitty
All
rumors.
I know is that there is a scary dungeon venue in the middle of town.
What is it called? We've mentioned it before.
The Meat Locker.
Meat Locker. And I think it's irony because I think he's a big vegan. I think that's true.
He looks like a vegan.
Yeah, comment down below if that's true.
But yeah. On to Dutchguts, though. They released their second album.
Second album.
Entitled 10 Years of Neglect. Here we have it here. It's very beautiful.
Maybe it took them 10 years to make it.
I don't think so.
They don't have a Metal Archives. I have a Metal Archives thing from my band 20 years ago, but these guys don't have one. Why?
I should see if they're in the queue. They're definitely metal. They're 100% metal.
Yeah,
They're
totally legit.
They're, I would say, sludge, in the I Hate God vein.
It's sludge in like hardcore.
Yes, it's got hardcore elements. So like it's sludge that picks up and then gets sludgy. Obviously, there's a lot of weed stuff going on here. It's got some very stoner riffs on it. And it's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, it's like I Hate God and like Discharge, and like it's like, you know, it's like if those two bands like had a kid or something. You know, it's really it's good though. It's consistent with their other releases. Like they're pretty consistent. They're not really changing their sound. You know?
I mean, I feel like I knew a lot of these songs just from the times we've seen them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've strayed familiar because we've seen them a couple of times.
Yeah, we've seen them, I think, like 4 times.
Anytime there's like a major show of a band we might like, likely this guy is promoting the show and he will open for them.
We've seen them open for Crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
They opened for Higher on Fire. They opened for Pentagram.
Yep, and it was because of him that Pentagram got to play, because Pentagram was supposed to play a different club, but for some reason it was canceled. And this guy,
it was canceled because he didn't sell tickets.
Is that why?
Apparently, well, you know, the thing about the Meat Locker is they don't sell tickets in advance. So like when this guy organizes a show,
right? Okay,
I'm speculating, but we'll speculate here. You know, like all those people that come, like they don't buy tickets in advance, and so the owner of this other venue where they're going to have Pentagram, which is bigger than the Meat Locker, was freaked out that tickets weren't selling.
Oh, so he canceled it.
They very might well have filled up that club, but
yeah. See,
so many people waiting for payday to go buy their ticket. Okay.
The thing about the Meat Locker is he has a fan base that will just go there. I think like maybe they don't even know or care who Pentagram is, but they will go. There were definitely some Pentagram fans there, like that were there. Like there were like some Pentagram nerds that did not want to be bothered. Like people kept hitting them and they were getting very angry because they wanted to see Pentagram, you know, like I haven't seen, you know, and there was some people just, you know, causing a ruckus, and like there was definitely some conflicts going on between these two types of people.
I feel like I've seen that at every show I've been in the Meat Locker.
Yeah, nerds like that want to see that band.
Yeah, people who were there for the band, they're like, what the fuck,
I want to see Pentagram. Yeah, like
and they always leave the front, but
yeah, there was a guy like in front of us with his girlfriend. The people came crashing into him. He was getting angry. He was like, "I want to see Pentagram." You know, like he was definitely like a real Pentagram fan, you know, like a nerd. And he wasn't happy with the people that were ruining his experience.
Anyway, this is a good album. Good job, guys.
It's good. It's consistent. And the recording quality is very good for a band that because it says here, look, it says here, recorded in live. So they just did tracks.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that. They're a tight band, believe it or not, for, you know, a bunch of fucking crackheads, you know. As a joke, guys. I don't mean you're really crackheads. Recording a day and a half. Yeah, so you can get a shirt and a record for $20. And yeah, so check this out. Here's your Bandcamp right there. So you know, look them up in Bandcamp and check this out. These guys deserve it. They work hard. You know, so these guys they're local, you know, scene promoters. To say more than a band, but you know,
they are the scene.
They are a scene. They're creating. I
mean, there's a number of Jersey metal bands, but I think these guys are my favorite.
These guys are doing a lot for this kind of music, because this kind of music never really went too far recently around here. So these guys are definitely encouraging bands to come to these local clubs, bands that we might like, and he's doing it. Like if anyone's going to do it, everyone's going to promote, it's going to be Dave from this band. He's going to make bands that we like come, you know, like last time we saw him, remember we saw him at the place we were married where he got I Hate God to play, and I'm pretty sure he was probably never allowed there again after that. That was a weird show because he had more people watching him than I Hate God.
Yeah.
All of his fans came out, but when I Hate God came on, it was weird, man, because no one dug it. It was weird. I've never seen anything like that. Like the real I Hate God fans I always see at St. Vitus, they came out from Brooklyn. But there was only like maybe 10 of them. And I recognize them all because I'm like, every time I've been to St. Vitus, like they've always come out. And, you know, but like the locals didn't really like come out for I Hate God. I don't know. It's not the kind of club for that though. It's more of an indie kind of place. White Eagle Hall. But anyway.
All right, that concludes.
That's our reviews.
The music review hour.
Check out those bands. They're all, even Trivium if you want. Comment down below if you like Trivium. Educate me.